Hey, how you doing? Welcome back. Right wingers, that's the big topic right now. Who can come in and give Saka a run for his money? Is it going to be a Pedro Neto, a Nico Williams, or my personal favourite, a Mbeumo from Brentford? Before we get into it, like, subscribe, turn that notification on. 10,000 to go by the time the Premier League finishes its new season. 5,000 by the time the transfer window ends. Saka needs competition and stiff competition. You ready? Let's get into it. First up, I'm talking about is Mbeumo. If you check out these stats, you'll go, damn, Ty, this guy is amazing. Comparing to a Neto, comparing to a Nico Williams, this is a run for his money. All going to be in there for value, but which one would you not take once I've shown you all of this? Let's go, Mbeumo. So, he is a right winger for Brentford, 24 years old, and you look at this heat map, you look at his stats, you look at the attacking side of things, a rated over 80 out of a 100. Creativity is a 72. He can play as a forward, and he's also a right wing as well. The strengths, high pressing, playmaking, but his weakness, damn it, ball control. But if you look at the 25 games he has played in the Premier League last season, started 22, 9 goals, 6 assists. That is crazy. On here in the transfer score, if you look at it again, quickly switching back, you'll see he's got a rating of a value of 39 million euros. Now, what does that mean? Could also gain for 39? No, I think it's going to be a bit close to the 45 to the 50 million, but that's going to be the same price tag of a Nico Williams with a release clause that he has. Pedro Neto, that Wolves are thinking of 50 million. Which one, again, after all what I'm going to say, is value for money. So let's look at a Nico Williams. Why? Because Arsenal linked to him. Could he be going to Barcelona? He's preferring Barcelona. That, to me, is a deal that could happen, may not happen. Barcelona need to sell. Nico Williams is a star winger. He can play on the right. He can play on the left predominantly. That's just his thing. But if you look at his heat map, you look at the goals in a moment, you look at this assists, you're still going to think, should Arsenal go for him? Why? He's versatile, plays on the right, plays on the left, but the wages, god damn, it is so expensive. He'll be coming to Arsenal, high demand on wages because his agent's going to say, listen, this guy was a star of the Euros for Spain. You had Yenny Lamina, of course, who starred in there, but Williams is going to cost so much money. He's on a reported 175,000 euros a week. If he comes to Arsenal, you're looking at $250,000 easy. Now, should that be a figure that Arsenal should look at? A lot of you guys right now going, damn right, Ty, Arsenal first to bank. Let's go and get him. But why? Let's have a look. Okay. So, in the first one of the Liga games, started 29. He scored 5 goals and made 11 assists. Not bad, but the heat map shows you he's predominantly on the left. That's where he normally plays. Even though he says he can play on the right wing, but I don't think he's going to be that great out there attacking-wise. A rating of a 75 out of 100. Creativity, 83 out of 100. Now, that is high. Technical, you've got a 76. And then when you look at Mbeumo, it's a technical of a 63, creativity of a 72. So Nico Williams on there, creativity is there 83, but the attacking of an 80 for Mbeumo versus a 75 of a Nico Williams, it doesn't compare, not at all. Now, high pressing and creativity is one of his strengths, but is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough to take out the one I'm saying, and Mbeumo? Let's look at the next one, a Pedro Neto for Wolves. Could he be the one? We're going to see. 50 million is what's touted out there. Could also even get that lower to a 40 million because of the injury records. But Wolves are going to be saying, hey, if you want him, you've got to pay him. 50 million is what they're going to want. I think Arsenal can screw this price down very well. This could be my number 2 out of the 3 to succeed. Bukayo Saka, of course. But with the injury records, it scares me. If Arsenal do go for him and feel like this is the player that they should go for, just don't know. I just don't know. Before we move on, what's your thoughts? So far, I've given you 2 out of 3. This is going to be the 3 out of 3. Leave your comments below. Who do you think? A Pedro Neto, Nico Williams, or Emran Breno? Let's look at Pedro Neto's stats. So, 20 games, 18 started, 2 goals, very low. Assist-wise, we are looking at 9 all in total. Creativity is going to be 80, technical 71, attacking 70. 7. So he's one of the lowest there, out of all 3. Pressing is his strength, playmaking is his strength as well. That is what Arsenal need. That's what Arteta needs. Pressing, playmaking, and goals. But Pedro Neto has the lowest out of all 3 of them in contention. Pedro Neto is rapid. Breno is, my goodness, he is super rapid. Nico Williams is rapid as well. They can all score goals, but Pedro Neto scores the least out of all of them. Breno is up there with assists and the goals. Nico Williams is up there with a few goals and quite a lot of assists as well. But how do they all compare to a Bukayo Saka? Because at the end of the day, that is one, to me, that says that's the leading candidate. That's what we got to compare it to. So if Saka needs a rest, which one is going to top these stats of Bukayo Saka from last season? Let's look at it. So Bukayo Saka played 35 out of 38, started 35 as well, scoring 16 Premier League goals, 9 assists. Out of 100 rating, his attacking is at 84, creativity is a 77, and technical is a 72. So all in all, they're all thereabouts the same. The only thing on the technical side for Breno, he's the lowest on a 63. Creativity is a 72. Again, compare that to Saka when it comes to the creativity, it's a 77 to a 72. You look at a Nico Williams, he's a 83. That is high. Pedro Neto, an 80. So what do we really need from this right winger? Do we need creativity? Do we need technical ability? Do we need goals? You guys are saying, Ty, we need all 3. And if we need all 3, it's my choice when Breno the one to go for. Is it your choice at Nico Williams, or is it someone else's choice at Pedro Neto? Who's going to cost more? Who's going to cost less? When it comes to wages, who's going to help the bank balance again for Arsenal to be able to create for a striker, a top-tier striker, and a midfielder, a top-tier midfielder? All 3 of these wingers are absolute, I will say the word elite. They will petrify any defense coming on, any left back that they got to go up against, they will petrify. The only thing with Breno, again, he's very one-sided in my opinion. He can play on the right, he can deputise as a striker as well. He's not the tallest, but he is quick. He can score goals. He just has to work on that ball control. Nico Williams, we know technically good. It's a gift. It's a gift. His pace, it's a gift. His scoring abilities is there, but we should also saw in the Euros, if you watch the Euros, you then got a real close eye to do your eye scouting. It wasn't bad. He did score some goals. He did score in the final, as we know. And how do we know that? Well, scored against England, didn't he? So I'm still saying Breno scores the goals, he can make assists, and we've seen him play. If you've seen him play for Brentford, you know how good he is. You know how much they rely on him when Ivan Toney wasn't there. He was the one scoring goals as well. These are my thoughts. What's your thoughts? Please, what are your thoughts? Leave your comments below. It's so important. And for those who are returning, who watched the last show, thank you so much. Quite a few subscribers. And here's a funny one. When I was in the gym, people actually come up to me and saying, Ty, what's your thoughts on the right wing? Ty, who do you think we should go for? And I kept on saying Breno, and everyone's like, yeah, what about Nico Williams? What about Pedro Neto that we're linked to? And I said, yeah, they're cool. They are good players. They are really good players. But Neto is just injury prone. Nico Williams is good, but is he just favoured to go to Barcelona? And if he is favoured to go to Barcelona, don't pursue him. Don't waste your time. But that is just press talk. I'm going to say it again. That is just press talk. He may favour to go there, but if that move can't go, would he look at an Arsenal and say, good project, good young players in there as well, and if I'm going to go up against the likes of a Saka, could that be hard? Could that hamper my way? If I wait for a Barcelona and they sell Rafinha, I'm assuming to start. I'm assuming to start on the left wing because Lamina plays on the right, and I know him already, so that could be his dream. As well as he plays for him internationally, he's thinking, club level, they can destroy it. You go for Breno, okay, he's a star for Brentford, but that next jump to go to an Arsenal could be there for him. Pedro Neto, same thing. Even though he's been hampered by injuries, and yes, he's a player for Wolves, but that to me is just a red flag for Neto. The injury record. Membreno, there is no red flag. You know, SofaScore said his ball control is a bit of a red flag, it's a weakness. We can work on that. At 24 years old, that can still be worked on, but we know should he come on as a sub, my gosh, what a relief that's going to be. Taking Saka off, give him a rest, bring on Membreno, he's going to absolutely give the left wing problems. It opens Arsenal up. He stays on the right. If you look again, the heat map shows you predominantly on the right. He cuts in, he cuts out, he can cross, and he can score goals and he can assist. That is just my thoughts on it. What is your thoughts? Which one's going to suit Arsenal? Comments below. Which one's going to score more goals for Arsenal? Comment below. Which one's going to get you off your seat? Comment below. Guys, you've got to comment below. Is that important to me? Is that important to you? Then I can interact with you. Which right winger should Arsenal go for? Which right winger do you think Arteta wants the most? Forget what you hear on X, Twitter. I think they may go for Neto because it's going to be easier for money and wages. Nico Williams would be the dream signing, but again, it's going to cause some issues with the wages. Membreno, they're not looking at him. That's just my take, but I want to show you something different because everyone's talking about Nico Williams, Pedro Neto, but no one's talking about Membreno. That is a sleeping giant right there. I'm Ty Knight here for TK24 Sports.